I grew up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. There I played football and wrestled and played every sport there was, and then went to Northern Michigan University and got a degree in English. And then I went and got a degree in network administration from computer sciences 20 years later. And so Michigan holds wonderful memories for me, except for 7 below zero and 4 feet of snow. I have been struggling with anxiety and depression for 35 years. It's been a part of my life for as long as I can remember, has caused lots of problems. And when I got to Florida, my medicine just seemed to not work any longer. So I got Baker Acted when I was in Florida. I struggled with my job that I had that was a tremendous job with benefits and a nice salary. And basically, I couldn't do it anymore. I just one day locked the door, closed the blinds, and didn't come out. I figured out I gotta go find a place to sleep tonight. The bus took me straight to Lake Worth, and I knew Lake Worth a little bit, and that's where I started hanging out and learning about how little I knew about being homeless. Just all the little subtle things you have to worry about, like rain and the ground being wet and animals. And so it turned out it put me back on the street, and I broke further. When I was homeless, I lost my phone. I lost all my stuff. I had what was on my back. How am I ever going to straighten my life out and get my life back on track with no phone, no income, no car, no clothes? And then the next thing you know, I was told when I was getting out of the hospital, get in the car. And they took me right to the Lord's Place. 1 year I was at the Lord's Place and didn't leave my room. I was at that point real broken. And they worked with me. They would not let me give up. And frankly, I had given up.
At the Lord's Place, we don't believe that one size fits all. So when a client comes to us and they are starting their healing process, if it takes a month, if it takes 6 months, or it takes a year, that's okay. Because the ultimate goal is to have them begin rebuilding their lives and to have the confidence to move forward. And so we really believe that we will give anybody all the time they need to begin that process.
And another huge turning point in my life was just being at the Lord's Place on the campus with other people with similar problems and a staff that takes it upon themselves to care. Group therapy for me was something I would never allow anyone to have me do. The first time you do it, you feel shame, you feel your face getting red, but then you look around and realize everybody gets it. You got a common theme, even though everyone's story is different. Here's a situation where I can turn around, and I was getting strength from their stories. This house, it might be, even though I had some money when I worked and all that, this may be the nicest place I've ever lived. Everything is new, everything works, everything's clean.
The Hearts of Palm program up at St. Mark's Episcopal Church is an unbelievable program in which they were able to go and buy houses in the community. They go in, they fix up these houses, they remodel them, and then they call the Lord's Place and they say, we've got this beautiful home. Who can live in there that's a graduate? Graduate housing was designed for our clients who are ready to leave the program, their housing program, and to go to the next step. So graduate housing has really allowed our residents to see themselves very differently and getting closer to that mark of independence.
My friend Derek was my second client as a peer specialist. And Derek had had several car accidents and had physical problems. He also suffered anxiety and depression. So what we've been dealing with is keeping his head on straight, first and foremost. But the idea is to keep him positive.
Ron and I have a good rapport due to the fact that we've both had the same experiences in life. So we can relate in some parts. When I'm feeling down, I can talk to Ron and he gives me good advice.
My life without the Lord's place was hopeless. And hopeless is that dirty word that no one ever wants to experience. And the Lord's place rebuilt me. In our own heads, it's too complicated for us to muddle our way through. There's too many roadblocks. The Lord's place knows those roadblocks. They know ways around them. They know who to call. They know what to do. And that, for me, is the blessing I'll take to my grave.